In California in the 1950s, surfers were looking for a solution to a problem that existed. They wanted to be able to surf year-round when there weren't waves available in the ocean. Their answer to this problem was what we now know as the skateboard. In the 1950s, the skateboarding was a rather primitive tool, which was just a plank of wood with two roller skates attached to the bottom. Flash forward to 2017, and there are a wide range of skateboards available in an industry which is worth approximately $6 billion today. You may believe the common misconception that skateboarding is only for children. However, there are several pro athletes around the world who are making multi-million-dollar contracts and winning competitions today. On top of this, skateboarding will soon be officially recognized as an Olympic sport at the next Olympic Games. With that in mind, you may want to consider trying skateboarding for the first time. I brought with me my skateboard today, which as you can see is rather well worn, from years of fun. The skateboard graphic, as you can see beneath all the scratches, there are many available from several different companies. The graphic is probably the least important part of the skateboard deck. The most important of the part of the skateboard deck is the width, from here to here. The width of the skateboard comes from approximately 7.5 inches wide all the way up to 8.25 inches. My board is 7.75 inches, which is about a happy medium, which is where I recommend beginning when purchasing your first skateboard. The width of the board is determined mostly by the size of your feet. The larger feet you have, the larger width of the board you want. On top of this, if you're looking to skateboard ramps as a vert skateboarder, a wider deck will give you more control. Whereas if you're looking to primarily skateboard street, which is where the flip tricks happen, you'll want to focus more on the narrower end of the spectrum, as the board will flip faster and you'll have more control over it. So next we're going to move on to these trucks right here. I intend to pass the skateboard around, but as I do, please don't try any tricks on it because I don't want you to hurt yourself. But the first thing you'll notice is that these two large bolts, which are called the kingpin, are facing inwards on both ends. This is absolutely critical when putting your skateboard together. If these bolts are facing outwards, then the board will not turn properly and you will have a pretty disastrous first attempt at skateboarding. In picking the trucks, you want to make sure they're about the same width as the deck as you're purchasing. On top of this, there are three different sizes: high, medium, and low. This ground clearance is measured. The high is the highest ground clearance, as the name suggests. The mid-level is about in between, and the low level is based on the lowest ground clearance for the deck. So what this measurement is just between the deck here and the bottom of the wheel. High trucks are more designed for vert skating once again, whereas low trucks are more applicable towards street skateboarding. When you're beginning out purchasing your first skateboard, I would highly recommend purchasing a mid-level truck. From here you'll have the most level of control and you'll be able to deviate whether you want to go towards a low truck for street skateboarding or a high truck towards vert skating, or perhaps you'll just stay with the mid-level truck, which offers an all-around good level of control. So if I were to ask you the question of how does the board move, a very simple answer comes to mind: the wheels. These wheels are actually scientifically measured via a measure called the durometer. The durometer ranges from about 85A to 104A, with the higher numbers being the hardness of the wheels. A lower number durometer will be a softer, larger wheel, which is more, once again, designed for vert skateboarding. A higher number, such as 104A durometer rating, in combination with a smaller wheel size, is more designed towards street skateboarding. So once again, whether you're looking to skateboard on a ramp or whether you're looking to skateboard on a street, you want to customize the type of wheel you purchase to ensure that you get the best fit for you. As I pass this around, you'll notice that my wheels don't move much. What's really important when you're assembling the skateboard is to ensure that the bolts on the sides aren't too tight. If the bolt is too tight against the wheel won't spin. However, if the bolt is too loose, the wheel will fall off and you'll probably end up not feeling great. To ensure that doesn't happen, just make sure there's very little movement between the wheel, but just enough that the wheel can spin correctly. And there you have it. Hopefully you have found some use out of my speech on how to customize your own professional skateboard. And if you're thinking to yourself, I'm too old to skateboard, just think of Tony Hawk. At the young age of 48 years old, he's still one of the best skateboarders on the planet and shows no signs of slowing down.